my eye a little bit. So we'll talk about it. So in this next topic, it looks like Rivian is outperforming the Tesla Model Y and the Model X in regards to EPA range tests. So we'll take a look at it because I always get this question a lot. People come in here and some of you complain about how your Model X or Model Y, or really your Model Y and Model 3 are not getting the stated range. And so is Tesla overstating it? But we're going to take a look at it again to see how much potentially they are overstating it. But the Rivian seems to be understating their real world range test. So, is this a problem? Maybe, but we'll definitely take a look at it. But if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best on a Tesla at the best possible financing. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. So let us take a look at this. Shout out to Edmunds for posting this. EV range test 2022 R1S, the humongous SUV, beat EPA estimate on all-terrain tires. A third-row electric off-roader with 330 miles of range. That's a while. And so this stuck out to me because this article from Edmunds said that's more range than we saw in the Tesla Model X, the Tesla Model Y, and Rivian's own R1T pickup truck, even though all three have higher EP estimates than the R1S. And so that got me thinking, like, what are the EP estimates for the Rivian and the Model Y, Model 3, all these different vehicles? And so if we take a look at this is also from Edmunds as well. So take that for whatever it's worth, the EP estimate versus what they actually tested. You can see there's a huge list. And down the line, the BMW iX, wow, that's pretty crazy. Edmunds tested at 377 miles of range, and the EPA only estimate 315. Model Y long range 2021 was Edmunds tested at 345, pretty good, and the EPA estimated at 353. Model S Plaid 345 Edmunds versus 348 at the EPA. And then so if we scroll down to the Model Y was Edmunds tested at 317, but the EPA was at 326. So coming a little bit lower than what it was supposed to be expected. But on the article that we were just looking at, the 2022 Rivian R1S was Edmunds tested at 330 and EPA tested at 316. So definitely Rivian is outperforming. I would say from what it looks like here, it's outperforming the Tesla Model Y. And then if we look at the Model X, okay, so granted, this is a 2020 Tesla Model X, not a 2022 or even a 2023, but Edmunds tested at 294 and EPA at 328. But so that's kind of the thing, like all these other different OEMs, Tesla, might potentially overstate, but not looking at from some of this, like they're coming in based upon certain vehicles that are better than the EPA rated. But kudos to Rivian building the R1S and also testing from Edmunds' test, at least, for take it for whatever it's worth, at 330 miles of range. But taking a look at it to even more, like I was pretty surprised to find out that the Rivian R1S has a humongous battery. I think I was taking a look at, it's got a 135 kilowatt battery pack, which that's pretty big, right? I'm pretty sure like almost maybe even double what a Model Y is. Model Y is like 70 to 80 kilowatts, but Rivian R1S, I guess it needs it because of how heavy and big the actual vehicle is. So thanks, this definitely is a pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Would you ever buy a R1S? Coming out for what the price is, like it seems to be pretty priced well, and I've yet to see or I've yet to drive one of these in person, but I've seen them all around. But we do have the Rivian R1T truck, but might not actually take delivery on it because I was trying to build it and the lowest I could build it was like $100,000. So that didn't really seem too much worth it to me. But we're going to jump into the live stream comments. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. So definitely check it out if you're interested in supporting the channel.